welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to install a Comptech Sport Icebox on the Acura CL. The interesting thing about the Acura CL 6-speed is that they made so few of them that Comptech Iceboxes that fit specifically the 6-speed, because there is a variation between the automatic and the 6-speed, are hard to come by. So today we're going to install the Acura CL automatic Icebox on our 6-speed, and I'll show you the parts that you're going to need to adapt this Icebox from an automatic to a 6-speed installation. There's two parts in particular. There is a 4-inch extension that you will need, part number right there at the bottom, by Spectra, and you will need an additional clamp or the tube fitting. This is SPE 87721. That should be all that's needed. We're going to find out if that's true or not. We're going to go through the installation process together. We're going to do a slightly different variation of the installation. Instead of taking off the front bumper, we're going to go ahead and go through the wheel well. So I already have that set up. And we're going to see if we can do this together. Okay, so we're at the part where we've removed the breather hose and the coolant passage line that runs right here on the stock setup. Now we're ready to go ahead and drop in the first component of the Icebox. So we're going to slide this down in here. And check for fitment issues. So what I'm noticing right now is that the box isn't sitting flush, and I'm assuming it has to do with this wiring harness right here. It does not want to sit in there all the way down. So if we have to, we will remove it. But let's see first if we can just fit it in. So the fitment isn't great. And I'm trying to figure out why that is right now. It does not want to slide all the way forward. And line up with the hole that we need it to line up with. Well, it's a good thing I looked in the box again because I found more parts that I think we'll end up needing. There's also an additional bracket that I didn't think we had. Now that I know that we do have it, I think we're going to see where this mounts, and I think it'll allow us to anchor it more on there, or more to the car. So let's see if this bag actually has the parts that we need to get this done correctly. I'm going to grab another tray real quick. So I'm really glad I revisited this. So the parts here allow this to be anchored really firmly to the car. I did use one of my own bolts here. I feel like this bolt is a bit stronger in the sense that it's going to evenly distribute the weight of the pressure of this. I did supply my own nut for bolt for this. That's because I wanted to have a wider spread with that washer, and the one that was in the kit just wasn't going to do that. But I'm really glad that I found this bracket. That's really anchored it in. So now I got to button up the bottom, and then we'll go ahead and do the top part and see if we can finish this up. Okay, we buttoned up underneath the car. We have the intake tube that actually goes to the box connected. So that is proof that you can go ahead and leave the bumper on and access just through the wheel well. It would just save your pain essentially. So now we're going to go ahead and install the filter and the top of the box and the rest of the intake, and we're going to see if our modification actually works for this application. Here's our filter. It's a AFC Pro Dry oil free. I rather run oil free. That way you don't have to worry as much. Add that in. Okay, it took some finagling to kind of get this set up the way it needed to fit. A couple quick notes if you're going to do this. The stock, I'm sorry, a couple notes if you're going to do this. Use the supplied intake tube from Comptech closest to the throttle body. Then use your extension here. That'll give you enough run-in to go. If you do it the other way, the bowl that sits at the bottom of this intake tube actually bumps up against some of the body work, and then it doesn't fit right. Plus, your tubing likely won't fit. So this is how it looks with the installation pretty much complete here. There's a couple quick things that I need to do. I need to tidy up some spots. But let's go ahead and see how this looks when we get the actual cover on here. Okay, so it looks pretty factory, I'd say. Definitely noticeable with all the chrome fittings there that it's an aftermarket part, but all in all, it doesn't look too bad. That's what I was hoping for, is that the way that Comptech manufactured this back in the day, it really looks like an OEM application or OEM plus application. And so for the most part, it looks like it's going to fit and run well. Be curious to see if there's any performance with this. It is most likely not going to make a huge noticeable difference within the field, but I'll follow up and we'll take it out for a drive and we'll see if this actually makes a noticeable difference.